What's up, everyone? Welcome to Country with Noah, or welcome back to Country with Noah. Today, I'm going to review Trackers Season 3, Episode 1. So, we are back in primetime TV time, right? So, not only was it the debut of The Road, the singing competition show yesterday, it was the debut of Trackers Season 3. And you guys know, because I reviewed Trackers Season 1 and 2 on this channel like a few weeks ago, like I think 2 weeks ago. Um, you guys know I really like this show. This show stars Justin Hartley, and Justin Hartley plays a guy who finds people, right? He finds people. And last season ended on a massive cliffhanger. This is apparently based off of a book series so Justin Hartley's character Coulter, or Colt for short. So I'm just gonna call him Colt from now on, right? Or Coulter, right? Um, he finds out at the end of season 2 that his mom basically asked somebody to murder his dad, and or talk to his dad. His dad, remember guys, Coulter is a survivalist. Coulter and his brother, which we'll talk about in a minute, are like survivalists. So they like know how to defend themselves. They know how to shoot guns. They know how to like administer first aid. They know how to they know how to be they know how to live off the land and stuff like that. They're survivalists, right? Um, and and but they're not crazy like their dad was. Their dad, I forget his name. No, I forget his name. I think his name's Derek. So Derek Shaw is super. Their dad was super, like almost doomsday prepper level crazy, right? Or at least that's how the show, that's how people think he was and stuff like that. And then, so anyway, so Coulter at the end of season 2, like the last episode of season 2, finds out that his dad, um, his dad got killed by somebody his mom hired, right? And stuff like that. And then so we pick up a few months later or a few weeks later, and Coulter's in a bar, right? And Coulter went MIA, missing in action, and he's basically like he's basically like working. He's basically like avoiding work and stuff like that because he needs time to think, right? He knew his mom. Let's just use the word, didn't like his dad very much, but he would have never thought that his mom would ask somebody to murder his dad, right? So he needs time to process that. So that's what he's doing. So he's sitting at a bar. A waitress approaches him. She's like, "Do you want a beer or anything?" Then you have a guy. You have this guy and like my parents work in bars, and my brother works in my parents have worked in bars and clubs and stuff like that when they were younger. They work in business now, but when they were younger, they worked in bars and clubs. And my brother works in a bar, and let's just say if they saw this happen, they would do the same thing that Coulter does to the guy that does this. But Coulter, so she gives Coulter a beer, and she's like, "Do you want me to answer that? Is that like a crazy ex?" And he's like, "No, it's just work and stuff like that." And then Coulter goes to he goes to drink the beer. The waitress walks away, and this asshole, excuse my language, this asshole goes and bumps the lady, and she's like carrying a tray, so he like bumps the lady and knocks the glass and stuff like that. Then throws money at her, like a like almost like a stripper. Like he throws money, her way. Coulter is like, the guy's like, we have a problem, and he's like, you pick that up, and we don't have a problem, or something like that. Like he says that, and then he and then he throws the money at her like a stripper. He throws the money at the girl, and keep in mind the girl's not a stripper. He's just throwing money at her like you would throw, like people throw when they're in that sort of environment, like the strip club environment. And then so he throws money at her. Coulter gets up and is like, I told you. He's basically, he gets more firm with him. He's like, I told you, pick that up, and we don't have a problem. Then he throws money at Coulter, and keep in mind, Coulter's played by Justin Hartley. Justin Hartley is like the same height as my dad, 6'3", or a little bit taller than my dad. So Justin Hartley's not a dude that you want to F with, right? So he throws the money at Colt, and Coulter basically puts this guy's face in the ground and puts his whole crew's face in the ground. We find out that Rennie, the lawyer and the friend that Coulter works with, called Russell, his brother, played by, one of my top 5 favorite actors, Jensen Ackles. Jensen Ackles plays his brother Russell. Russell does a lot of like military contract work, and he was also trained to be a survivalist by their dad. And so Coulter's taking the dudes out. He accidentally, because when you're on adrenaline in a fight, right, you don't really pay attention. Your only goal is to win the fight. And he accidentally punches Russell in the face, and then Russell's like, "Hey Colt, that's good, right?" Obviously, Russell and Colt have taken punches to the face before. He's like, "That's good, but you need to go through your enemy, not past your enemy." So Russell knocks the other dude out and is like, Rennie's looking for you. Why have you been AWOL for the last few weeks? And he basically tells Russell what happened at the end of season 2 and stuff like that. And Russell tells him to let it go, let it be bygones. Mom did what she did, but it was 20-something years ago, right? So let that be by. And he's like, I'm not as good at letting stuff go as you. And then Russell calls Rennie, and Rennie's like, I have a job for you. And Russell sticks around to help Coulter with this job. And this job is a client of Rennie's, because Rennie is a lawyer, a client of Rennie's ex-wife and daughter, they assumed, are kidnapped. But it turns out to be, Coulter and Russell find out that the daughter's kidnapped and stuff like that. But the wife, Lisa, I think is her name, right, is forced to work for this organization. And the reason I call it an organization, they haven't revealed who this is. This episode ends with a to be continued. They're almost like, if you guys have read the Batman comics before, they almost remind me of like the Court of Owls, because they're like, the way they organize their like, so the people that are being forced to work for them. There's a teacher that's being forced to work for them, and then there's Lisa, right? Get like messages, but they're like almost Snapchat messages um, where they almost uh, they're like Snapchat messages. So you read it and then it disappears, right? So like Coulter's hacker guy Randy can't like pin down an exact location. But anyway, what happens is they find the girl. Coulter and Russell get paid, and then Russell's like, uh, "Just move on, Coulter." And then this organization texts both of their phones, and it's like, "You, you, you messed up the order of things, and there will be consequences." So that means that Jensen Ackles is at least in one more episode of Tracker. I'm hoping a few more episodes of Tracker this season. And he's definitely in next week's episode. And then, yeah. So I think this show is great. Like, I really like the opening of this show. Like, I really like the opening of this season. I've always liked this show, right? Since it got like started 2 years ago, but like I think this is a great opening. It's very curious to see like, is the organization gonna be a main villain, or are they gonna wrap it up next episode, right? Because this has like a week to week format, but it also has like a connected storyline throughout, right? Not as connected as like 911 Nashville, like, but not that connected storyline. But it has like a connected through line all throughout. So like this season has a lot of like questions about why did Coulter's mom ask somebody to murder his dad? Why did Coulter and Russell's mom ask somebody to do that to their dad? Why? Who's this organization? And stuff like that. So yeah, like there's a lot of questions, and I'm very interested to see what the consequences will be when you have like two guys that are very, very well prepared to hurt people if you go after people that they care about. Right? So yeah, what would I give this episode out of 10? I would give it like a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode. And yeah, so I would strongly recommend watching this show. Again, you can watch it on Disney Plus and Hulu. You can watch it on TV. You can watch it on Crave if you're in Canada as well. You can basically watch it anywhere, right? And stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this review, we'll see how this does, and then if you guys enjoy it, then I will be covering this every Monday. So yeah, on this channel. So, oh yeah, and thank you so much for all the support this weekend, guys. Like on the 911 Nashville episode 2 review, on The Road episode 1 review, and stuff like that. And yeah, and the Dan and Shay video that I did this weekend. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day. And goodbye. And God bless you guys.